Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Rob the Realist podcast. Probably couldn't change the name soon, but I'm Big Griff HD, and I'm here with Graham Cracker01
Hello, gamers.
and special guest C.K.AWESOME.
What's up, everybody?
Now, if you've been on the channel recently, you would know that all three of us guys, we've been hustling. You know, we've been grinding, making the videos, and just supporting each other. And, I feel like Carter's not quite got, like, the same amount of, like, respect as me and Graham do. And that's, like, a really damn shame, because, like, he's a pretty good YouTuber and pretty good person. So, yeah, that's why every chance I get, I shout him out. So,
Thank you.
So, now we're dedicating this whole episode to you, man. It's, just...
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm the only one clapping.
Congratulations, gamer.
So, Carter, C.K.AWESOME,
Yes,
you do movie reviews, right?
that is correct.
Yeah, so,
Very critical movie reviews the last I saw.
it's not a movie. But yeah, you give, like, fair points. You don't really, like, hold back on anything. You say your mind, and that's a pretty ballsy move. So I respect that. And
Here's the question, though. Are you willing to be bought out?
To be bought out?
Yes. Say your opinion on a movie would change if you were given a sum of money or some extra reward.
No. That would make no sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a true critic right here. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. You hear that, Rotten Tomatoes? You can't buy this man.
this man is not woke. Okay. All right. Straying away from that. He does movie reviews. Carter. Like, whenever you, like, watch the movie, and because, like, you gotta be, like, writing stuff down, or at least, like, taking, like, a mental note of things. Does that, like, take away from, like, the movie experience, or, like, can you, like, enjoy the movie, like, the same way?
So the first time... So my process as far as seeing a new movie and giving that kind of review, whenever I'm going into that movie for the first time, I try to go in open mind. Yes, I do, like, you know, people give you reviews and you can watch them. I kind of do that to a certain extent because I don't want to be completely just restating everybody else's opinion, because that's like a major thing that everybody does is if you watch some people do reviews, they just kind of repeat other people's lines, and it's kind of annoying and it's not true to what they really think. So as far as how my process goes, if I'm going to see a new movie, yes, I'll look at, like, what Rotten Tomatoes said, or not what they say, but just, like, the rating, you know, the little percent score.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just kind of go into the movie with an open mind. And the only way a new movie will really, where, like, the reviewer in me will kick in and start affecting how I feel during the movie, is if something just, like, really throws me off and it doesn't feel right. Otherwise, I'm pretty good about just enjoying the movie for what it is, and it's important to just not let, like, it would be easy for me to sit here and just start critiquing every single movie. Some things, you know, you just can't sit there and dock points for the sake of docking points, because movies are good because they're bad, if that makes any sense. They're not perfect, and if they're always perfect, that'd be the most boring movie ever. So, yeah, I don't let trying to be a reviewer get in the way of me enjoying films. There's movies that I like that people like trashed. For example, one of my favorite movies, not even in top 10, but just one of my favorite movies is Superman Returns. That was the one before they started doing the DCEU Man of Steel stuff. I was a little kid. I went to the theater and I saw that one, and I was so little. Like, it's crazy. I don't even remember it. I was that little, but I knew I was there, and that movie's just become one of my favorites because, first of all, now that I've gotten older and rewatched it, it's just it's a good movie. Yes, there are flaws, but like people kind of trash on that one, but I enjoy it. So I don't always have to be critiquing everything, and if somebody else doesn't like it, it's not going to change my opinion on it. So
yeah, that's pretty good. Because like I feel like a lot of people nowadays, especially, they get like the bandwagon like mentality, where it's like, oh,
yeah.
I wonder what everyone else is thinking. I feel like Reddit is mostly like that, like the Ice Age Baby stuff.
Oh yeah, yes,
Like,
yes.
Like who cares? Like I didn't even care about Ice Age Baby, and I'm not just gonna start caring about it. Like, but yeah, that's
I have
what
a feeling that it's just people who are either afraid of getting called out or people who are desperate for attention, but they don't ever get it.
Yeah. Sounds like something we know.
Yeah, it does.
Alright.
is this like a hidden thing that I don't know about, or are you talking about me?
No, not you.
We're not talking. We're not. Rob's new video that will either come up before or after this. I'm not sure. Will explain everything. It should. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. We're not giving that fucker any clout. So yeah, you don't let it cloud your judgment. You're a pretty fair man, and
Yeah.
that's great. So the Predator game.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one.
Dude, me too. Like, I cannot wait for it. Literally been watching like the movies like the past couple days.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. That was strange.
You good?
My phone just went off randomly. I watched Predator 1 a couple of nights ago. Then I watched Predator 2 with my family. Predator 3, Predators. I've watched that one more than I've watched any of the other ones. That's a good movie. Like, that's another one people would probably say it's one of the worst Predator movies. I enjoyed it. I can rewatch it because it's got a bunch of famous people like Topher Grace and a couple of other good actors and actresses, and I enjoy that one. Carry on. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was I enjoy like all the Predator movies except for the 2018 one. Like, I just cannot like that for some reason.
It turns Predator, which is something that's supposed to be taken really seriously, and it turned it into a joke. It's okay to have a couple of jokes. Like in the first Predator movie, it actually does have some good comedic parts, but like for the most part it's serious, and the Predator character is serious. They don't make Predator seem like a joke, but the main cast of guys, they are funny, but the main cast of guys make it too much about being funny, and that's not what Predator is. Predator is kind of a scary, tribal, in-your-face kind of thing. To me, it is. You know, it's different for everybody, but
yeah, like I don't be like, I want to watch stand up. The Predator 2018. Let's do this. Like no, like that's like watching like Friday the 13th for the romance. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like
what?
Yeah. Did you know that Shane Black directed it, the 2018 one?
Really?
And Shane Black is also who did he play? He played Hawkins in the original one. The guy with the weird glasses, like the really circular glasses.
Guy?
Yeah.
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 The one kept making the jokes about like on the plane. Yeah.
Yeah. That explains that explains the movie. Like the reason why there was like so many like of those jokes is because he directed it, and he also hired an actual Predator, like a one in real life, and didn't tell anybody about it. If you catch my drift, actual predator.
Yes, I catch your drift. I got you.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Predator now and the new game and everything, I'm curious about how much the game is going to have to do with the movies. We played, for those of you who don't know, we played the weekend free demo, which I really enjoyed it. There were things I would definitely fix, but I overall thought it was an enjoyable experience. I'm just curious, like, how much of the movies are going to be affecting the game, or if they're going to have an impact at all. You know, I know the pre-order, you get like one of the guns from the movie, like, you know, the
The
mini
old
gun.
painless. Old painless.
Yeah,
Then you also get the
you get
predator
stuff
skin.
like that, and Predator kind of, you can get skins and stuff to look like the movies. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious if the movies are really going to have an impact on it, or if it's just going to be a constant kind of shooter experience. I think Predator is something they could, like, if they kept the experience that they gave us in that demo of first-person shooting, Predator being on the hunt, I almost think they could have maybe went for a small campaign with it, but I don't know.
Yeah. I heard I don't know if it's true, but like there's a rumor that like Arnold Schwarzenegger is like making an appearance, like, cause like he said at like a bodybuilder, like a convention, that like he recorded some lines for a new Predator game, but like didn't say what it was. So like it could be like a new character you can play as, like, you know,
Oh, that'd
Dutch.
be
You can
cool.
play as Dutch, or if it's just like Dutch on the radio, like talking to you. So like it's not clear, but like Arnold has something to do with it. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, I also heard like an idea of like they can like add the ultimate Predator, like the Predator, the big one from the new movie.
2018.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because like that's
I
like
did not like that Predator. It didn't
Really?
feel right.
no.
Okay, so here's the difference. I just kind of thought about it. The difference between the 2018 Predator and every other Predator movie is that 2018's was more reliant on the action side of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that makes any sense. And then in the other ones, it's
going
more
more
of like
sci-fi.
a stalking, got you kind of thing. So I think they showed way too much of the Predator in that movie. But I mean, I guess it would be kind of fun to play as Ultimate Predator in the game. But Predator's already really huge in that game. Like in the movie, he's like twice the size of normal sized Predator. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, like that was just a rumor. It was like a what if thing. It wasn't real, but I didn't really like that Predator either, because like they explained it like they took like the spines to get like DNA of creatures, and that kind of like took away, for me at least, took away like the you know, they just hunt just for the trophies, and just to like get the kill and, you know, be honored by it, but like instead they're just like advancing themselves to gain DNA from like another species. And
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird having like the Predator have human DNA.
hmm
Yeah, that was.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because like Predators, or they're trying to be the best kind of species, creature, thing in wherever they're at. So it kind of makes sense that they would eventually move on to trying to genetically change themselves. You know, because humans on Earth, we're the most fit, and I use that term loosely, creature on the planet right now, because, you know, we can build things, we basically we dominate the world.
We can.
So it kind of makes sense that a predator would be like taking the best things from different creatures that they're hunting, and then using that on themselves so that they become the strongest thing.
Yeah, like it makes sense, but like then again, like you already killed it. Why do you need its DNA? Like, if you already killed it, like that just proves that like you're better than it.
Yeah, true. Look, I'm not trying to defend the movie. I'm just saying I can
Yeah,
think
I
things
know,
through.
I know. Yeah,
Sure,
I think
Carter,
like
sure you're not. Secretly, he's an Ultimate Predator fanboy.
I don't know, Graham. How do you feel?
I'm actually not really into the Predator movies. Like, it's not that I don't like them; it's just that I never watched them.
They're pretty good.
Would you,
So, like, I
Rob?
know
Would you
about
say
them,
that like?
and I know about the pop culture and stuff like that. Like, I've seen the first Terminator movie, and I get why it's like a pop culture thing. So I assume that the Predator is kind of like it in that sense.
Yeah, Graham. To be honest, sorry, you keep going.
Oh crap! My dog's awake. I'll be right back.
Oh no. Carter, you go on ahead. I finished my
I
statement.
was gonna say, whenever watching these movies, that's one bad thing about watching movies is that you get your own opinion with things, and so like hearing about different movies, how Friday the 13th is so great, you need to watch it, or Predator 1 is such a classic, you have to watch that. Titanic is wonderful, different things like that. Like sometimes you're almost better off to never see movies because then you'll get your own opinion and it'll just ruin the mystique of that name for you, if that makes any sense. Because like now, before if somebody was like Predator, I would be like, well, that's that really cool thing that everybody talks about. Now I'm like, oh, I know everything about that. Here's some problems with it, or here's what's cool, but here's what's not cool. So the mystique kind of gets ruined. So you're almost safe to not really indulge too much into something,
Yeah. I totally get that.
Like, I think Predator 1 you should watch, but then if you kind of avoid the other ones, you won't be too disappointed.
I'm aware of. I think it's the Alien versus Predator movies are not good.
Have you seen those too?
No, but I've heard people talk about them, and I've not gotten a good vibe from it.
So those were the last two that I watched, as you know. Predator 1 was definitely a disappointment, and you watched my review, so I don't have to go through that. But Predator 2, it looked good, but you almost couldn't see anything. It was kind of annoying, Like you could tell
like
that those.
Issue.
Yeah, it was like sometimes it made sense that it was dark and you can't see anything, but like when there's things fighting, you want to see what's happening. So I think you can basically just skip Predator 1 and watch Predator 2, and it gives you a quick recap of the ending of Predator 1.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. So you know how these movies like Terminator, it's like basically if you're watching Terminator, you're there to see Arnold.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Predator, the whole series has kind of done the opposite of that.
Really?
Yeah, because like there's nobody that consistently stays through the story except a Predator, because it's not the same one. So the stories, they have so much freedom with it that's probably why they're not able to keep themselves grounded.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that Terminator has stayed grounded or good because they've stuck with Arnold or whatever. But you know what I'm saying.
God, no. God, no. The last, 3 or 4 movies have been, ever since Terminator 2, it's just kind of gone downhill.
Yeah. I didn't really enjoy Terminator 3.
Yeah, Terminator 3
I did enjoy Dark Fate, however. Dark Fate was pretty fun. Genesis I could avoid, but Dark Fate was pretty good.
Alright. I've heard that Dark Fate, just redoes the timeline again and just doesn't make sense.
What was that?
I've heard that Dark Fate just kind of does what Genesis did and redo the timeline. But it just doesn't make sense yet again.
Okay, so have you seen any of the Halloween movies? Like Michael Myers?
No.
Okay. Well, basically, I'm just gonna give you a quick example.
I'm really inept. I'm really inept at freaking watching movies, apparently.
Well, to get back on Terminator. Basically, in Halloween, what they did, because as you know, or may or may not know, they released a new Halloween movie in 2018.
Yeah, I remember seeing stuff for that.
That was a good movie, by the way. Anyway, basically what they did for that one is they said, okay, because there's been like a ton of Halloween movies. They're like, okay. Basically, they restarted their own timeline. They're like, okay, as long as you've watched Halloween 1, this one I'll pick up right after that. And that's basically what Terminator Dark Fate is. So what it is it tells you basically Terminator 1, Terminator 2, ignore everything else because Dark Fate is after Terminator 2. So basically if you want the current Terminator timeline, you just need to watch Terminator 1, 2, and Dark Fate, and that'll put you where you need to be. I thought Dark Fate was good. You haven't seen it, I don't think. Have you?
I have not. I've seen
Dark
Genesis
Fate was...
and Terminator 1.
Yeah, so that's kind of what happens there. It's, kind of iffy. People have their different opinions on it. But
yeah. These people just can't decide on old classic movies.
Yeah.
There's people who like them, but don't like the old diehard fans just are disappointed.
Yeah. I think one of the problems is that because companies are making money off of these titles and characters,
definitely.
They just need to let things go sometimes. Because there comes to a time where creatively something can be deeper and deeply woven, but then at some point you just gotta call it quits. Because you'll start ruining the character, And I think Predator is that character that they're getting testy on, but hopefully this game will revitalize the need for that character and the need to ground that character to what it really needs to be brought down to.
Hopefully. Video games are very rarely do they accomplish that. So.
Yeah, especially video game movie adaptations.
Yeah. So you're placing high hopes on that, but I'm just saying.
Well, I think the one thing that video games do, I think the one thing that they do well, the one thing they do well is they bring awareness to something. People don't necessarily want to spend 2 hours watching a movie about a character, then decide that they like it. But they can play 20 minutes of a video game and immediately be like, yeah, I don't like it, or yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. So I think if you've never watched a Predator movie and you're just like, what's this Predator thing? I think the video game kind of gives you an idea. Does it give you the feeling of the Predator movies? Yeah. But yeah, it just gives you kind of a general idea of it's this creature that hunts people, and that's kind of what the movie is, So
yeah,
I think video games are good at bringing things to a younger audience because kids go to a store, or used to. Too soon. Kids go to a store
we're not allowed
and
to
they're
leave, Carter.
Huh? Exactly.
We're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, I know. I've been sneaking out. No, I'm joking.
Man,
Stay in, kids. Drink water.
Sick.
Yeah, I have not left this house in so long. Well, actually, anytime I've left the house, I've been in a car, and we've just, got something to go and then came back to the house.
Yeah.
So nothing other than that. So, how's quarantine life treating you, Graham?
Oh, I work every day outside from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
At least you keep getting paid, though, right?
Yeah, I keep getting paid. We actually finished early today, but the thing is, I stayed up till 4:40 last night working on homework and presentations for contemporary issues in Spanish 2.
Nice.
So I was pretty sleep deprived. So once we finished and ate lunch, I came home and went to bed.
Fair enough.
And you guys caught me waking up.
I've been lucky enough to have my classes to where all of my teachers send their stuff on Monday for the most part.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting everything done, like, relatively quickly.
That's not my teacher. My teachers are all spread out, and it's honestly quite annoying.
Yeah.
So.
You guys caught me in the middle of doing math homework, so finishing it up.
All I wrote down was movie reviews, Predator, and then PHG for Predator Hunting Ground. So, yeah. So me and Graham had a blast, playing it.
Yeah, we did.
Literally the only times
on the search for my 4 teraflops of porn.
Is Carter here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're just silent. All right. Yeah.
You were talking, so I figured, hey, maybe I shouldn't talk. You know,
no.
unless you want me to interrupt you a lot.
Yeah, just go
like
for it, man. You're the guest.
Keep interrupting you.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Wouldn't that get annoying?
Yeah, no, you're the
kept
guest.
talking while you were talking.
No.
Wouldn't it really? You don't think?
No.
All I know is that this entire argument
annoyed?
is getting annoying.
Not at all. He's the guest.
No, not really. I don't think so.
You don't think you're the guest?
But you
it's
are
not really that annoying.
But you are a guest.
Yeah, I am a guest.
Okay,
so Predator Hunting Grounds.
Predator Hunting Grounds, yes.
Yeah, like literally the only times I played it was with Graham.
I played it I kind of played it and then stopped playing it and then played it some more. It's kind of off and on. I'm glad, at the beginning, whenever it first opened, the loading screens took 2 minutes to load up a match. But then by the end, the matches started going real quick to start up. Did either of you guys do a live online match?
Yeah,
we did a couple times.
We play with our friends. Yeah, I still have footage, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it. But
I'm probably gonna use it because that's all I got. Because my other footage was lost.
Oh damn!
So,
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was lost. So big rip.
Big whip in the chat.
The F in the chat.
How excited are you for this game?
Oh, could be interesting.
I am thinking this game is going to be more fun than what it appears the Friday the 13th game is. I feel like because of the type of action that this one is, more people are going to play it. So I think this game's got a ton of potential, just as long as it is successful with purchases and everything. The usual stuff. I think overall overall whenever I was playing it, I enjoyed my experience. There were things I would definitely fix, but that was just a demo. So I'm hoping final product day will be 2 times better. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did good, leaving stuff locked for the main game, so you couldn't just go max level, and then just you just have everything, because it there's still a parts of the game. I'm pretty sure we just experienced just a fraction of the game. I don't know about you guys, but I only played on one map.
I played on 2 maps at the most, but I've seen gameplays where people have played on multiple other ones.
Yeah,
there
was
multiple maps because I only played on one.
Yeah, I know, Graham. Me and you only played on the one, and there were 3 total. There was the one we played, which was overgrown. There was derailed, which was one where there's a building, like a big building in the middle, and then there was one where it's a satellite array. They were all in the jungle, but I think when the main game comes out, they're gonna have more maps to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're gonna add a city.
A city map.
See, I don't think they are, because there's no mud in city, but I don't know. But if anything, a small town. I can see a small town with like a little bit of shrubbery, not too much, not jungle shrubbery.
Shrubbery, we require
vegetation.
your finest shrubbery.
But I can see a small town because there's mud and vegetation, and like you still got the buildings, like you can jump across like the trees. I thought the trees were pretty cool.
There was one map. Yeah, the trees were cool. There was one map though where there was like a lake area, and you could like walk through the lake. I'm curious if it'd be cool if there was a way to hide your body temperature in the lake though. But that wouldn't work though, because then your full body would have to be cold. That wouldn't make any sense. Never mind.
No, you would be dead.
I think in general though, I think the one major complaint I had was that everybody that was playing Predator was just rushing, and I think there was no there needs to be like a clear thing. I think I got nuked so many times. Like whenever I was playing against Predator, most of the time I was able to kill him, but then before I killed him, he would hit the nuke button thing, and then disintegrate the area. Predator needs to have limits. He either needs to have a kill number that he needs to hit, or he needs a XP number that he needs to get, or a time limit that says you cannot self-destruct in the first 5, 7, 10 minutes of playing, because that's just that I've literally had 6-minute matches. That's ridiculous.
That's just a bad Predator then.
Yeah, I know, but he shouldn't be able to just nuke the thing and end the match, if that makes any sense,
No, it makes sense, because when Predators die, they're like, oh crap, I can't let this technology get out, and then they just nuke it. So it makes sense. If
no, but I mean for the game, they need to have a limit, because I don't want to be because if I'm good at military stuff, I don't want to just kill the Predator and then before he dies, he just hits the automatic self-destruct deal and kills everything. Because I had so many just 5 to 6 minute matches because my team was good and killed the guy who's bad at being Predator. You know what I'm saying?
Graham, I think he's flexing on us in an angry tone. You're literally saying yeah, I killed the Predator in 5 minutes and I'm pissed about it. Man, get good, Predator.
Well, I am, because I want to be able to freaking finish the 15-minute game and not finish it in 5. That's ridiculous. And you don't really get a victory if he nukes everything, because you're there to complete a mission.
You can disarm it, right?
In 5 minutes.
You can disarm it, right? You know that? You can disarm it. If you when he's in the down state, you can keep shooting him and it'll kill him, but the thing's still armed, so you have to disarm it. Match the symbols on the gauntlet.
I know.
And then you win.
Carter, I think you're getting a bit worked up over this situation.
You're literally mad because you were winning.
The Predator shouldn't just be able to go, oh, I'm gonna nuke everything now because I suck at being a Predator.
Carter,
that makes no sense.
Carter, if you die, then you kill everyone. Why are you complaining about winning?
No, let me re-explain it. Okay. Let me explain it. Whenever you kill the Predator, okay, yes, Rob, you can try to turn off the thing. But once you've killed him, he's already starting to try and nuke the town, or the place, wherever, okay? So by the time he's starting the nuking process, you've got 2 ideas. Okay, if he's this far away from me, should I sprint over there and try to kill him? Or should I come back and try to escape the blast radius? You're going to try to escape the blast radius. You know why? Because you don't want your guy to die. Because you're more likely to fail trying to stop his little...
I'm going to suicide kill him.
What?
I'm going to suicide kill him, try and disarm the bomb.
No, Graham, that makes no sense. You would die.
At least I can die knowing I killed a Predator, and that's an accomplishment.
He was going to die anyway. That's my point. He's already going to die if he nukes himself, and all he's doing, if he successfully nukes, is he just finishing the game. Even if you get away, all it does is do that cutscene of the crater in the earth, and it's like, you survived. It doesn't say you won because you failed your task. If he's like automatically able to just nuke himself, then there's no point.
Well,
and every single time, whenever I was playing Predator, whenever I was starting to nuke, people were just sprinting away. Nobody was running up to try to save or try to stop the thing. That's what I'm saying. They're like, there needs to be like a time. There needs to be like an XP meter or like a time limit that says you can't nuke for like 5 minutes because you got to actually, how to be a good Predator, or get some time to learn to be a good Predator. Like, that's ridiculous.
That still doesn't make any sense because like the Predator's down, like, the team bested him. The fire team bested the Predator, and like the Predator has one option left, and that's the nuke. That's like the reason why he has it.
Yeah, but you're talking about in real life. I'm talking about in the game where people want to have a fun experience.
Well,
if I'm good
running
at
away
the
from a
game
nuke is
and I
fun.
can kill Predator in 5 minutes, then Predator should not be able to just end my game. It makes no sense.
Yeah, after you kill the Predator, there's no point in playing the rest of the game. Like, the whole point of the game is to either kill the Predator or kill the people as the Predator.
No, the point of the game is to complete the mission. Go in there, turn off the oil rigs, whatever it is, and get out and safely extract. It's not to kill Predator. That's just the part of the game that makes it unique.
Graham, you got anything to say?
Because I'm right. That's just the point that makes the game unique. Is you get to play an extra character.
I'm just done. Can we move on to a new subject, please?
So you just want to do the objective. You don't even give a shit about the Predator.
No, I care about him. I care about him being dead and not being able to end my game because I'm good at it.
God, like you're just like a true Marine. You're the type of person that like get mad at like the Predator for like just existing, even though you just killed one.
No, like he.
Be like, God
okay,
damn it,
so whenever I was playing
porn.
Predator, let me give you another. Whenever I was playing Predator and I was in that crouch position as they were shooting me because I was terrible at being Predator, like I was just holding that button infinitely. As like, how it takes some time to go around in the circle to fully activate the thing. And these guys were standing right there and all were shooting at me and I was not dying. It did not stop my process of trying to nuke, let alone the nuking already start. So like what I'm saying is that it doesn't even matter almost, as long like if you start killing the Predator, you almost don't want to kill the Predator because if you do, he's just going to end your game in like 5 minutes.
But like when he's already in the down state, you kill the Predator, and you try to shoot its mask off and like shoot it in the head. That way it kills it. The nuke doesn't happen, and then like that triggers like another like mission where like someone like hacks your comms and says like, hey, you just identified like a extraterrestrial or something, and they said bad men are coming to take it. Protect the body and we'll pay you or something like that. We'll reward you, and you get like more XP if you keep the body in pristine condition. So once you're in the down state and like there's no second wind, you can activate the nuke, and that, like you said, takes a while. So the fire team can end you before you do it. But also like after you activate the nuke, you can still die, and then they can disarm it. So either way the game ends. So like I don't know, you're just mad about like that the game can end in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't want to play a game for 5 minutes. You are in control.
You are in that's a good game though. You're just oh my god.
No, I like the game, but what I'm saying is I don't want it to end in 5 minutes. I'm giving the game a compliment by saying I don't want it to end in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. You're saying like the match is good. Though, if you kill the Predator in 5 minutes, that means you're a good team.
Yeah, but you don't win.
Yeah, you win. You get XP from it.
Well, yeah, but that's not winning. You don't successfully complete the mission. In the military, if you don't complete your mission, you are a failure.
Well, yeah, but failure. Let's move on.
Well, yeah, but like you're doing the mission and a third party, you can't train for a third party like that. So like that's just interruption. That's like not really on you. or your supervisors, because, like, how are they going to know there's an invisible alien in the woods?
Let's just move on. This is
okay.
Our 2 points are just going to keep going back and forth. We're like saying the same things in a different way each time. I'm with you, Graham. Let's move on.
So now you agree.
I can debate forever. Even if, like, the
but when
thing
you're
is,
wrong,
like, super shitty.
I'm talking about trying to have a good game experience.
Oh my god! Just move on!
Alright, so, we're moving on, but we're still on the subject of Predator, not the game. I'm helping Carter with his movie review on Predator. So, yeah, we're gonna do 1, 2... Predators and the 2018 one, because you already did Alien vs. Predator. Both of them?
Those 2 movies confuse me. Some people say they're canon, some people don't. But if you watch Predator 2, there's actually an alien head in the spaceship when the guy goes on the spaceship.
Yeah,
so does that mean Alien does exist in the Predator world, or are those 2 movies canon or not canon? It's confusing.
Yeah, I think it does, because in the first one, there's the Wayland Industries, and then the second one, there's the Yutani company, and in Aliens, it's like they're merged. It's Wayland Yutani, so like they know like the Predators exist and like the aliens exist, but like it's like far in the future. So like, yeah, I'd say it's canon, but like there's nothing connecting the Predator movies to AVP, except for there being predators in there. So I'd say it is.
And the alien head in Predator 2.
Yeah, and the alien head in Predator 2. So I'd say
it'd be cool
is.
if you
You can
be
say
a
whatever.
Predalien in the game.
That would actually be sick, actually. Like,
alright.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna add like xenomorphs in it, because like it's not a Predator game, it's an Alien and Predator game. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That'd be a fun game though.
I could be wrong. Yeah, there was actually one in 2010. It was called Aliens versus Predator, not to be confused with Alien versus Predator.
But I mean, like,
and yeah, there was like a multiplayer thing too, where it's like 3 teams. There's a Predator, Xenomorphs, and then humans, and like it was like a death match. Like the humans are Marines, like Space Marines, and they get machine guns and grenades and flamethrowers, and then and then you got the aliens, and then you got the Predators. So yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed that game.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't see them adding xenomorphs into it, just because.
Oh no, I don't. Not for this one. Not for sure. Not for this one.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if they made a different game that was just all alien stuff. You know. There's a lot to cover there. That's for freaking sure.
Yeah. There's an alien horror game. I forgot what it's called. Isolation. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alien Isolation. I've been wanting to actually.
I've heard of that one. I've never played it, but I've heard of it.
I've been wanting to get it and play it on like one of my all-night streams.
All-nighter? Yeah. You should invite me to one, but like not like in recent time, because
Yes, I'm aware.
Because of the virus. So.
Yes. Once this is over, I'll invite you over for one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. They still got more classes on the Predator that we didn't see. There's like the Hunter, which is the one we played
Armored
as.
one.
The Jungle Hunter. Yeah, the Berserker, which is like armored but like slow, and then there's one that's like Scout, and it's like the opposite. It's like fast, but like you can kill it easier. Like no armor, no health.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, and then you got the Jungle Hunter, which is like in the middle. Which like the Jungle Hunter is like pretty fast as he is, so.
Yeah.
That's
It took a little while to get used to running around the trees with him. He was, you aim forward just a little bit and he's already hopping trees. It's like, jeez, slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. When me and Graham were playing the other night, It was just a 1v1, and like I knew like if we just fought, like obviously the predator was gonna win every time. So
Yeah.
we just kind of like messed around, and that's where like the predator, but he's actually chill, came from. So like I just kind of like helped Graham, and like Graham was like just moving around the camp, like sprinting around the camp, and I was just walking.
I saw the video.
And yeah, the walking speed on the predator is like fast, and like he's just like walking past the human, and yeah.
Then you hold the L, and he just sprints like crazy.
Yeah, I was rewatching your video today, Carter, like the one where you played as a fire team.
There's so many things that I didn't. There's so many different things that I didn't even cover, or like at the time, like I was legit. Those videos are like very initial kind of thoughts and reactions. Like there were things in there that I complained about, and it's like it's there. So it, you know, early initial reactions, but you know, some of those things I still stand with. There actually was a Predator tutorial which I did do once I found it, and it taught me pretty much everything except how to turn invisible, when I should have just button mashed like you did, Rob. So yeah.
Yeah, literally as soon as I got in the match, like I was like, all right, triangle's invisible. All right, what's heat mode? The heat vision. Okay, down on the D-pad. All right, I'm gonna forget all this stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it sucks. It was only 3 days because I just, like I said earlier, I got a new dog and I've been, you know, just taking care of it recently, and like literally that one night was like the only night I can play it. So yeah, I got literally the most I can possibly get out of it, but yeah. Like I get why they had it on weekends, cause so like everyone like has time off just to play it. But if they had it on a weekday, I would have played it longer.
They extended it because of this whole thing. They should have extended it, especially because of like we're all stuck at home, so we're all gonna play it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new game. Plus, like the Predator's like badass.
Huh?
I said plus like the Predator's badass. So.
Yeah.
It's an awesome movie. Awesome character. Like, there's like not one Predator movie except for the 2018 movie that like I just like can't stand. Except for the 2018 movie. Like I like all the Predator movies. I like all the Alien movies except for the third Alien movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Covenant.
T2 to get the third Alien movie. Like that's it.
I haven't seen Covenant or Prometheus.
They're actually interesting. You're gonna be disappointed in Prometheus.
Prometheus.
I didn't even know Prometheus was an Alien movie. Like I didn't even know it was in the same universe until like Alien Covenant released, which is also funny because like I just realized I have an Alien Covenant poster in my room, but like I never seen the movie. So. Yeah. But yeah, it's also fun because like my grandma like grew up with Alien, and you know I didn't grow up with Predator. I just ended up liking Predator a whole lot more because Call of Duty Ghost.
Hey, Ghost underrated.
If you think about it though, I think they picked a good movie monster kind of character to make a game off of. Yes, they did Jason first, which that one could have been way worse than people thought it was.
Is this made by the same company?
Yeah,
yes, it
Delphonic. What's also cool is like they replied to your tweet. They replied to multiple.
Oh yeah, they did.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Man, they never reply to my tweets.
Yeah,
because you don't have the name Awesome in your Twitter handle.
No, I
really?
have the word thick. I have the word thick boy in my Twitter handle.
So if I change my name to Big Griff Awesome, Joe Biden will finally respond to my dick pics?
Yeah.
No.
I'm doing it right now.
This is not a segment of 50 Shades of Graham. No.
He'll probably send one back.
I thought you lost your Twitter account.
Me?
Who?
No?
Yeah, you, Rob. I haven't seen you use it in forever.
No, I just deleted Twitter. Like Twitter, like I don't use it at all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like useless in the App Store. Well, not really, because like it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's just like I see it, and like I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in here? Get out of here. And then like
Same here.
on the off chance like when I need it, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is Twitter? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So it's like a love-hate relationship with it. Like not really at the same time.
I never think about it. It's just like I see it there and it's like, oh, that still exists. Move on.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. On the Friday the 13th game, like I thought it was cool, but I was never gonna get it because I never like I didn't have friends to like play with, so like I knew like I was just gonna be playing alone, and plus like I just thought of it and like it's just not a game you can play like for like 5 years down the road. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It's like one of those games that you'd probably look at and go, "Oh, that's fun," and then just it's kind of like an arcade game. You know, you want to play it like a couple of times for nostalgia, but then you kind of move away from it for a long time, and then come back and you're like, "I need that nostalgia feeling. I'll play that." You know.
Yeah. Or like the same thing as an arcade game. It's like you won't go out and get it, but like if it's there, you will take it. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're at a friend's house and like they have the game, you would play it and you would probably enjoy it. Whereas you would never go out and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
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 I still say it's a pretty good game. It's just dead. Probably. I don't know. Or at least dead on YouTube.
Play it.
At least dead on YouTube. I don't know if people still play it on Twitch. But yeah, it's it's not alive on YouTube. I can tell you that. But I'll tell you what is dead is dead. But I'll tell you what is not dead is Dead by Daylight. Like that.
Yeah.
That game just like will not die for some reason.
Never played, but I'm tempted.
I have it.
I have it too. I just don't want to play it.
I'm not a fan of horror horror games. You know, I like watching like horror movies and stuff. Horror games, I just don't enjoy it. It's kind of annoying, you know. It's like you get scared, and it's like, yeah, okay. So I don't like being scared when I'm playing a game. I don't mind being scared when I'm watching a movie. It's kind of weird to say it that way, but that's the way it is, you know?
That's weird. You're weird.
If I had to play a horror game, like I never played one, but I'd probably play it in VR, just to get like the best out of it.
Oh no.
That'd probably like be
VR
like
horror.
the only reason why I would play a horror game. Like I never played one, but I've seen people play Outlast, and I'm like, why are you scared of that? It's not even real. But like, you know, if I was actually in an abandoned asylum with like crazy people about, I'd probably be pretty fucking scared. Yeah, we've reached an hour. Is there anything you'd like to say, Carter?
No. I just, you know, thank you for interviewing me. I guess what is this? This is more of a hangout, not an interview. Thanks for giving me a chance to hang out and be a part of whatever this is called. What is it called again? Weren't you thinking of changing the name?
Yeah, I was. I don't know what I'm gonna change it to. I don't know. So for right now, it's just called Rob the Realist. So yeah.
All right.
Rob the Realist.
Yeah, Graham.
So I've enjoyed my time on your podcast here, Graham. Thank you for joining us.
Special guest Graham
be sure
Cracker
to
01.
check out my channel. I'm sure Rob will drop a link in the description. Yeah.
Links to both of them in the description. Graham, you want to talk about our fight?
Yeah, we need to announce something, guys.
Yeah. It's
Some
not
bad
happening
news,
April
I'm
12th. Or, yeah, April 12th.
Yeah, unfortunately, the final nail in the coffin has been hit. Where we live, they're now instituting a lockdown tomorrow, which is Friday, April 3rd. And, yeah, so we're not gonna be allowed to leave our house, and if we do, we're gonna get fined, and I'm not about that.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get
Yeah.
shot. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Never mind. I'll come to your house. I get fined like every time. Yeah,
Wait,
I drive like an animal. Okay. I thought they were just gonna shoot us. No, that's fine.
Well, in any case, the fight's not happening. So, the new date is uncertain, but we were thinking late May to early to mid June. If this whole thing blows over by then. If not, then we will update you guys. The press conference is also getting moved back. We didn't do that because of the same reason, so we'll do that before the fight still.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be closer to the fight this time instead of like a month before. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
guys,
shooting for mid-May. I think we can have the fight in mid-May.
That's if the town allows us. I was looking for the word there. That's if the town allows us. So.
Is it really going to be that bad? Like this whole virus thing?
Yeah, like it's supposed to peak in mid-May, and then it's going to start declining. But slowly.
And then it's going to probably pick back up because people think it's safe, and then they'll come back out, and then a whole new line of exposure.
Oh, shit.
Rob,
Right.
it's gonna take a really long time for this to go away.
Well, ending on that high note, I just hope everybody who's watching this, I hope you guys are okay. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all healthy. This is kind of my sayonara. I got to get out of here. But thank you for watching this. Keep your head high, and be sure to check out my channel down below. Be sure to give this video a like on Rob's channel. I'm CK Awesome. CK out.
My name's Grimkicker1. I'll see you all later.
Guys, thanks for watching. I'm Big Griff. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.